Okay, so here's the 2 beers just taken out of the fridge. Temperature of the first one, 10 degrees. God, that's a hot beer. Temperature of the second one. What the? Measure it at the bottom. They're both approximately 10 degrees. We'll take that into consideration. Both about the same. Okay. The one I'm drinking, it feels colder than that. 9.2 degrees. 9 point. That's what it is. It's okay. I've decided against taking the dog for a walk. I'm just going to take my staff for a walk instead. I'll put my reflective pants on just so I'm a little bit more visible in the moonlight. It is a full moon night, of course. It is the 8th of the 4th month, 8th of April. And I'm just going to put these in my bag. I'm going to leave them out for a good half an hour somewhere in the moonlight. And I've got the coasters also with me. They're insulated in a pocket in here. I'm going to take them to a different location where there's 0 street light, but I think what I'll do is take these out to the street light, so be with you right back. Okay, so part 2 of the plan isn't going to plan at all, because as you can see, there's a thin layer of chemcrap type clouds obscuring everything. Across the road is a street light. Up there is a street light. And even though this magnificent, massive tree is right here that you can't see because it's dark, it is there. Another street light down there. What I'm going to do is keep on walking, because I don't know if that shows, but that dark area in front with all the UFOs and stuff, that's actually non-cloud lit part of the moonlit night. The moon is beautifully big and close. Doesn't show well at all on the camera, of course, because that's technology for you. When you think you've got the greatest, latest technology, it goes to shit. Anyway, that's how it goes. And so this is where we go. We'll be in touch again soon. It didn't pause, did it? Great. Alright. Well, as we keep on going, I can't believe it didn't pause. Heading down the hill. This street light here in front of me is the last street light from the Lismore Shire Council. And as we keep on walking, if it weren't for the moonlight, it would be getting distinctly dark. Something I'm quite familiar with because I've walked down here, more than once or twice, you might say. It's beautiful, calm evening at least. No wind and no rain in the foreseeable future. Hoping that will clear up. But for now, you get to see a really terrible view of what appears to me to be the most beautiful, round, big, fat full moon through the wispy clouds. That's where we walk into the dark part of the everyday journey. What I might do here actually is, so I can use my walking stick, because I ended up not bringing my dog like I was gonna. It just would have made things too difficult. So I've still got 2 beers in the bag, plus now the big one. Actually, I better drink some more of it just in case, eh? Can't have it frothing over while we walk into the darkness. And to me, this is not dark at all. This is like bright daylight. I might have a little bit of vampire in me, I guess. Thank goodness it's not werewolf, eh? Or maybe I've got some of that too, who knows. Anyway, this is where I start using my walking stick to help me see in the dark. It's not all just eyes, it's bare feet and stick and often dog as well. So I do apologise, I really intended to have that paused way back then so that this wasn't going to be a prolonged one, because I don't really know how much recording time I have. So maybe as I walk through the darkness, it's not even dark. It's only dark because I've got this camera in my face and has lights on it. If I just hold it to the side there, now I can see like it's the middle of the day. This is where the road gets a little bit rough, which makes it a bit hard in the dark, because you basically just have to take it all on the soles of your feet. Because if you feel something sharp and you don't just tread on it hard, the sharp thing hurts you more, but since you tread on it hard, the rest of the sole of your foot just evens it out a bit and absorbs the rest of the impact. And the next step is flick it out with your foot and keep on going. Oh, now this is where we come up to the cool spot. So I was even asked the other day on Modern Day Debate, when I was talking against Plain a Walk, if I've ever been to the edge. And I said, yeah, I walk my dog here every day. Well, this is the edge. That's the edge of the forest. This is the edge of the world. That there, that's the telegraph pole. We're on a better day without so much moonlight, and so did I just say day? On a better evening, without so much moonlight, the Southern Cross would be quite visible. In fact, there's a star of it right there. Almost captured that. Let's see if I can zoom in. Nah, it's too dark now. But at dusk, the stars come through pretty well. What I'm going to try and do, if it will let me, can't turn on torch. Bugger. I thought I'd try and turn on the torch, just to prove, once and for all, that I've come to the edge. But you never know. Maybe camera adjustments will adjust for it and allow you to see that this is indeed the edge. Yeah. Anyway, it says that, it's written in stone, right there. The edge. See, there's the, behind that bush, edge. This is the edge. So I walk my dog every day. So, there you have it. I never lied. I never trolled. I walk to the edge every day. Now this is where it's going to get a bit tricky, because the moon is still hidden behind a lot of cloudish sort of stuff. I wouldn't call it cloud, because if it was really cloud, it would completely hide it. But as you can see, as we walk past this pine tree that occasionally gives us, what are they called? Those red and white spotty mushrooms? I was going to say mascara, but it's not that. It's not psilocybin, that's the gold top. It's the fly agar. Anyway, the ones that Santa uses. So he can fly across the whole world in one night and deliver his presents. Yeah, I should just pause. You can't even see that star over there. Well, I can. I just can't see it on the screen of my camera. Anyway, continue walking with me if you like. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Moon over there somewhere. One sharp rock in the bottom of my foot starts to hurt after a while. Just rub one out. Sherry cake is missing you, but you're still right to smile. Gotta think about you in my heart now. Sad woman, take it slow, everything will be just fine. All we need is just a little patience. Just a little patience. Yeah, yeah. I've been walking this road at night, just trying to get it right, 'cause I need to. Oh, Oh, yeah, I need to. Alright, so down here, this is going to be cool. No street lights whatsoever. No light pollution. Just the moonlight. See it coming through these trees up above is here. Watch out for potholes. Alrighty, so there's our moon. She's the thing that makes this whole experiment possible. You get people sometimes even try and say, and this is so funny, try and do it on a night without the moon and test something in the shade. And test something not in the shade and see if the same thing happens. Can you believe it? I've actually had dozens of people argue that same thing. Well, for all you dozens of people who obviously are speaking for the millions of idiots who think the same thing, you cannot measure the difference of moonlight temperature, which already feels a little bit cooler, against the shade of moonlight temperature without the moonlight. So this is basically going to be our case study here. It's a shame that it is a bit overcast, but it's still a full moon. I'll even try and zoom in on it a bit. Quite a lot. It's a full moon, okay? It's, as I say, April 8th, 2020. Ooh, 484. 88. So this is the big one. So I'm going to have to pause it here now. I will leave one beer bottle where I know it will be kept in the moon shade, and another where I know it will be kept in the moonlight, and coasters likewise. And I'll just go for another walk for like 20 minutes or more, and by the time I come back, we hopefully will see some variable. So here's the tree I picked. It's this one here. It's a very shady tree, and there's the moonlight there. In fact, while I'm at it, I'll just grab the thermometer out. This is the grass ground reading temperature. The grass is currently 15.8 degrees, and in the moon shade, the grass is currently 16.5 degrees in exactly the same location. 16.6. So just like standing my head one way in the shade, turning around into the moonlight, there's already a degree almost of difference on a clouded moonlit night. So, you know, I know it doesn't really show on the camera, that's shade there, and that's moonlight, but you can clearly see 15.6. Move over to the shade. The shaded area is warmer. So I'm going to drop one beer, 2 coasters right there. And I'm going to drop one beer, 2 coasters right there. Leave them for 20, even 30 minutes if I can. And come back and we'll see the results. Okay. Okay, now just before I do go, I'm just going to prove to you. Beer bottle number 1 in the Moonlight. Don't want to focus. Beer bottle 1 is already 14 degrees. 13 and a half. 13 and a half. Coaster next to it. 16.7. Other coaster next to it. Plastic side up. 16.8. Now, because the other side over there is a bit dark, I'm just going to drop my staff for a second. And I can't even see where I've left it because it is quite dark. Here it is. Coaster 1, the cork side, is currently already 17 degrees. Beer bottle. 14, 15 degrees. Coaster the other side, plastic side, is almost 18 degrees. I really can't see them, that's the trouble. Okay, that is it there. .3, so when I come back it's going to be a bit difficult. It is what it is. One more time in the Moonlight. The beer bottle is just under 14. The grass next to it, 14, 15. Must vary as you hit a leaf and stuff. I'll do my foot for an example. Just show the thermometer is accurate. This warm-blooded human is 24, 25 degrees. My staff is 169. And the moon is, we'll just point the laser up at the moon for a second. It's cold as shit. It's obviously measuring the ambient air temperature. We'll just go to the road over here for 1 second, just to show the difference between that and the grass. It's still 22 degrees. Turn around to the grass. Instant drop off. 15 degrees. Rightio, so the beer is colder than the grass. Go for a walk. Hopefully the clouds will dissipate and help participate, but if this does show up in the camera, if someone can enhance it. Sample A in the Moonlight, sample B in the moon shade, and we'll be back. Only 5 minutes down the road, but let's stop and listen to the ambience. on walking, keep on walking.